Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. The calmness of this music belies the tense situation we find ourselves in. No, not really. I don't think these guys have anything. They've been dashing their navy against us for such a long time. They've got to be short ships. So we're going to take Beerus from them, which we were going to do anyway, but we're going to do it in a slightly different way than I intended. And then, I don't know, maybe they'll want peace after we do that? We'll find out. I can't imagine this war going on too long. It's going to be really bad for them if it does. I guess there's a version of this, right, where they manage to hold us off for a while, and then they're tacking up militarily while we're doing this stuff, and they manage to overtake us. That could be dangerous. I don't know. There's no sense in doing a bunch of speculation. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we've completed all of our real quests. We're not going to get this anytime soon. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, there's a tiny scroll bar for the text of each event. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's move on here. Oh, you know, I remembered, by the way, why we're, this is the culprit, or why it is costing fewer luxuries than I expected for us to grow our population. The, Cool Copies clause has an additional effect beyond just providing you food. Obviously, the providing food is the only thing I ever think of.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
You remember that you declared war on me last turn, right? You don't need to keep calling me up and threatening me. The war started already. What a weird dude. Oh, we have lots of reserve troops available. So once again, I was not aware of this mechanic, but again, we're seeing it. We have a ton of reserve troops, and it seems like that coincides with us attacking a planet that's within our influence. So I wonder if that is the troops from the garrison of this planet. Or if I'm allowed to, like, pour my manpower, my Empire manpower, into areas that are within my influence bubble or something. That's very interesting. And it definitely increases the importance of influence to warlike factions that you're able to do this. So yeah, now we get to just blitz over and over again. We have, like, infinite manpower we get to throw at this planet. There's no way they're going to be able to stop us. They're not even conscripting. We're going to get to take this planet with 10 points of population still on it. Or system, rather. That's awesome. It's really, really great for us. We may as well fire off some probes. Let's just see what else is out here. Oh, hey, look. Something. There is something else out here. Right, you guys can just hang out there and wait for the pirates to show up. Let's launch you and start making some headway here. Then I guess we may as well search these. Potatoes again. Man, I was holding out hope that there was maybe going to be Transvine there. Alright. What else do we have to build? We are in, like, the place that we are in now is so much better than the place that we were in at the end of the last episode. Or at the beginning of the last episode, rather. So yeah, I definitely want to keep pushing food in this system, even though it's going to make building stuff pretty slow. We shall solve all problems through growth. And we actually have the dust output now to rush buildings with dust while we rush tech with influence, which is awesome. Where are we at? Oh wow, we're actually really happy right now. It's temporary. The new colony effect is going to wear off, and we don't have anything else. Well, you know what? We're going to get that approval boost again from taking over Beerus, aren't we? And then maybe again from taking over Oyera or Trime? Trime, I don't know, man. So actually, maybe we're in a good position to just keep rolling this bonus for a while. When it does eventually wear off, our people are going to be really upset. Because what are we at now? We are at 13 of 8. We're about to go to 14 off of this Conquer. There are these pirate systems that we still do need to take over. Man, we have a lot of stuff to do. Well, the expansion's going to go much more quickly than it went last game. At least we have that. So this is Orion. Even after the new colony rule effects wear off, we're still probably going to be quite happy here, so I don't need to worry about that too much. Let's just produce more science. We have almost... Part of the reason it's taking us so long to research things is that we have almost no science buildings. I have access to them, I just not built them anywhere. Okay, it looks like we're actually done for the turn. What's going on? Lots of births. How are we doing on nearest population? I feel like I've seen... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, I feel like I've seen them... notifications for them enough that we must be getting close to having their bonuses. But no, we are not. So, wait, we need 55 Transvine. Let's check the market. I was already on the right menu. Nope. Not only is there not 55 Transvine, there's a lot less than there was before, so somebody else is buying it. Do we have enough tech to do... We do have enough tech to do level 3 system boosts. So we could go like this. Not that I really even want this ionic crystal thing, but the ionic crystals are just cheap to put in the booster because they're higher level. We're actually bringing up a lot more potatoes, though. 4 times as many, and it costs less than twice as many to use them in the booster. And honestly, buyout reduction, like, that is meaningful for us, because we have a lot of places where we're not good at building stuff, but we have a lot of buyout resources. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this. I almost never put super spuds in my boosters, but I think it actually might be right here. So we have to stop selling them to the market all the time. That's alright, we have lots of other stuff we can sell. Alright, so we're about to get ourselves a new system, which is cool. I have no idea if the UE will totally bail on the war at this point. I would. If I were them, I would do anything to get out of this. It is nice to be able to blitz instead of using preemptive bombing all the time, because it does a lot less damage to the colony. Not in this case, obviously. We did a lot of damage to this colony, but in general, I mean. Yeah, and then you guys want to produce influence for us? I'm fine with that. Okay, that's a Garden of Eden. That's pretty handy. Why don't we rebuild this? Sorry we blew that up. And then I'm just going to buy that, actually. Then we can work on predictive logistics here. You guys will come around. It's great living under my rule. I assume.
Care for a little business?
That doesn't really benefit me. That extremely doesn't benefit me. So we should probably chill... never mind. I was going to say we should chill here until we refill our manpower supplies, but it turns out we are refilled. So let's move on. This war is going okay, I guess. God, these Titanium Pro modules are so much better than the basic ones. Alright, even more potatoes. We should probably actually colonize that planet. And then I guess we'll chill here for a second. We'll fire some probes out around, see if we can find another place to explore. And over here on Izar, where we actually have an amount of industry that is not embarrassing. And, you know, we're happy. Like, we're happy in a lot of places. We should take advantage. We should build our museums. Happiness is not going to last forever, but it'll last a lot longer if I can keep taking stuff from Yellow. Okay, so we do need to give this system a little bit of help. Oh, right, we have the tech that gives us the ability to do missions to the moon and explore them. I was like, what is this even here for? We don't have any negative or mixed anomalies. But right, moons are special anomalies that have extra positive benefit, which is pretty cool. We can also build a moon base here. Like, I want to get this down. This is 3120. I want to get this down at 1120. Yes, that's very, very expensive to rush. I think we kind of just need to wait for some births to happen. Once there's some population on Vale, we'll be in good shape. How long is that event up for? Another 10 turns, man. Harsh. It's a harsh time to be trying to put together a new colony. Alright, well, how much money can I make from selling stuff? We actually want to keep our potatoes now. I still don't need these. That's not very much. Honestly, I think we can probably... Yeah, we can make an okay amount selling those. We could try to trade stuff off to other players, and we could maybe get a better price from them, but then we have to spend influence and we have to spend time negotiating with the AI, who are, you know, crazy a lot of the time. So, like, a lot of this, maybe 200 or so. Alright, well, that's not quite going to get me to a place where I can rush one of these big moves, but it's a start. Keep working on it. We're not too many turns off of being able to finish cultural and verdicts. Okay, these ships are not actually at this system, right? They're incoming. Oh, they're here now. Okay, we're being attacked by vaulters at Zoo. Well, that's not very nice. I'm leaving. They have mediums. Should be aware of that. They will be harder to kill. I had the scavenger selected when I hit attack.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic sea.
Well, we're definitely going to retreat from that battle. We're definitely not going to hire spies. I do not need to cheat during the election. My people actually, people are actually making choices that are good for the Empire. Let's just fire off between the little areas that we've already probed over here. On Corvus, we've discovered a new resource, which is pretty great. I mean, this is almost guaranteed to be a top-level strategic, right? And then we are not ecstatic here, but we also don't have the ability to build any approval stuff. We built it all already. Well, let's just get some basic science stuff going then. We can make the National Museum, but it's not very good here. Low population plus not being ecstatic. So yeah, let's just get our research up. I guess this is going to be a little better now that we're almost certainly uncovering a strategic. Oh, the nearest. Nearest would love it if I could level up 2 systems. I'll do that. I didn't even look at the other option, because that seems to be the right one to me. Alright, we're about to start catching pirates over here. Alright, let's deal with this battle. So I had the wrong ship selected. That's my bad. We're just gonna bail out and come back. Here we go. This is what I... You cowards. Also, what is this that's so very large? I figured out how to build battleships. Well, I doubt that one of them is the match for 2 of my mediums, so we're probably okay here. And I think we probably just want to make the drop, right? Like, it was a good idea last time, I think it's a good idea this time. Obviously, it's not going to go as well here, because we're not going to get the infinite reinforcements. But this is a good start. And we have a new hero available. A Scavenger Overseer. Overseer's pretty good. Scavenger gives you some early influence, late food, and eventually just like a lot of stuff from diverse populations. I don't think Vaulter's any good for our plan, right? I do love Vaulters, though. I think I would like to do another game as Vaulters soon. I think after this game we're going to go, instead of continuing to do weird custom factions, we're going to go and do Sophons, because we haven't done a Sophon game this series, and it is a thing that has been requested more than once. And then probably we'll play Vaulters. Maybe we'll play Vaulters after that. I guess 2 science games in a row is maybe not totally ideal. Yeah, we're not bringing this guy on. I think Woods Fez is our winner. We don't have a pacifist political leader yet, and it would be cool to have it be a counselor instead of an overseer, but I'm not 100% confident that we will be offered that, and we're not going to get that many more heroes by the end of the game, I think, so... but yeah, next up, Sophons, and then after that, maybe Vaulters, maybe more custom shenanigans. Maybe, I don't like... If there's something in particular you would like to see, feel free to request it. And I will probably listen eventually, maybe. Probably, maybe, eventually. So, do we did not actually end up moving a hero to here. We should probably move Kren, since it turns out we don't really care that much about the influence from Estra anymore. Move Kren to here. And then new guy can just be the governor of Estra. He's still boosting influence, he's still helping. And he'll give us a little bit of, he'll get a little bit of XP off of the expensive stuff that we can afford to build here now. Actually, we should probably go like this, right? Because that'll give Estra 1 a huge amount of industry. Then this is only plus 40, but plus 40 is still pretty significant relative to the industry output of the world as it stands now. Okay. So where are we? Oh, right. New planet's unhappy, of course. That's fine. So that battleship's going to arrive. We're going to get to take it apart. I think we're probably not actually going to win this battle, or this ground fight. We're going to run out of troops before they do. If they conscript at all, which I suspect they will. But we've gotten our food developed enough that we are producing manpower enough that we can afford to... I don't want to say we can afford to throw soldiers away, because that's horrible. But you know what I mean. Obviously, that's an easy win for us. As is that.
You're one of our favorite fish.
Here, I think we got to go to bombardment because we could guerrilla. They're short on manpower, though. They're probably going to conscript. Preemptive bombing doesn't let us apply all of our troops in a way that kind of sucks. But the damage from preemptive bombing is significant against a force that is still largely infantry. We're going to remove a significant amount of infantry. Here, we don't actually watch the ground battles very often, but let me show you what I'm talking about here. So we'll do preemptive bombing. The preemptive bombing happens before the battle, hence preemptive, and it's going to kill some number of units on their side, and if their force was all tanks, it would do a lot less damage. Right, it would do the same amount of total damage, but it would remove fewer of their guns. I love the fact that our tanks, our quote-unquote armor, is biological creatures with guns grafted to their backs. That's a very Craver way to run things. So yeah, we're not actually going to be able to defeat them. We are going to be able to dramatically lower the population of this system, though. And then we're going to go back to our area, and we're going to get more manpower, and we're going to come back. So what I would really like is for this ship to return before we leave, because if we keep them blockaded, they won't be able to get defense refills from their Empire manpower pool. At least I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'm certain that's how that works. Okay, more expansion is always good. Things are going well. Well-ish. Things are going pretty well-ish. So we 10 approval. That's enough to push us to ecstatic. It's going to take 51 turns. Okay. That's probably not acceptable. We might have to dust that. This system's just bad at stuff. Yeah. And it's always going to be, but it is producing influence. You can't argue with that. Looks like there may not be anything else out here for us to find. That would be a shame. Alright, it has been made clear to us that we are not to head into Vaulter territory. They're very twitchy people, the Vaulters. I don't know why they wouldn't want the ravenous bug monsters who open every conversation by saying that our purpose is to kill in their empire. It seems crazy to me. It's like he doesn't want to have friends. Alright, we definitely preemptive bomb again. They're going to have to keep conscripting here, and preemptive bombing is likely to do population damage. So, they didn't conscript. They lost a point of population to the bombing anyway, and now their defense force is very small and weak.
How are you these days? Careful.
Still no. Also still no. Who would this make me declare war on? Oh, yeah. The only people in the whole galaxy that I actually like. Sort of. I mean, I like them as future subjects, I should clarify. Alright, we need more growth room here. Honestly, we should probably just colonize this right away. We're gonna run out of growth space here very quickly. And then eco-habitats is gonna give us 3 extra population space in the system, which is great. We probably don't want to follow directly into that, though, because predictive logistics is going to get pretty good at that point. We're going to keep saving influence to rush tech a little bit. We're now at 14 of 10. So that overexpansion penalty is starting to get pretty light. And we're hopefully close to finishing off some of these guys. You know what we could do? We could grab the large ship design, and then we could use that as our way of sieging out the pirates. Just build a large ship that has a ton of siege modules on it. You can also build a Cathedral of the Swarm somewhere. The problem with these approval, like these only once per empire approval buildings, is that if you are having approval problems, you're going to have them everywhere. I can't imagine a situation where I'm fine in most places, but there's one system where just things are really going to hell and I desperately need, 800 extra approval. How would that even work? Can I reach this? No, the probe won't actually get there. Well, I'm just going to keep sending them out. There's got to be something around here. Other than the Sophons. I'm going to have this ship fall back a little bit. There's some things over here that could use some probing. So pink is Horatio. His empire is fairly large, which I guess makes sense because he's been an ecologist the whole game, probably. It's definitely something we have to deal with. Okay, we have a little bit of incoming, a battleship, and a Corvette 9. Reasonable weapon strength, no missiles. Projectile defenses, yeah, that's a good way to build that ship. I don't know that a small ship is what he needs right here. This, on the other hand, is legitimately concerning. They're starting to learn, which means that we either need to evolve our own offense to counter that, or we need to back out of this war. And we're about to have 2 of his systems, right? He's gonna want to stop. Alright, and finishing super light content is going to immediately give us... No, I'm trying to press the button. Oh, that's a 10. I thought it was in the neighborhood of 4K because of the way this is... Never mind. It's going to be a moment. Yep, preemptive bombing. They conscripted because they had to. They're losing population very rapidly. Somebody else was first to explore 50% of the galaxy. We had an actual chance there. Okay. War has been declared. Because the UE joined the pact. That sucks.
Desperate acts for desperate.
And neither one of them actually wants to fight with us. Okay. Alright, turns out there's a Guardian here. Alright, what do we want to do here? Honestly, we probably just want to get this other planet. How is it that we never found time to take, like, the pleasant planet among those? Alright, food is probably a fairly good idea here. We have a lot of population space to fill, although we are growing pretty rapidly as it is. Maybe it's better I focus on stuff like this. Let's... How far are we from... Okay, we're pretty far away from actually pushing through their stuff at all. They're running a single caravel over to us. That's not a warship. Alright, let's sell some goods. We can afford to get rid of these, and these, and these. We need to make a little bit more money. Alright, what would it cost to rush Dinark? Okay, never mind. Not on the table. But we can at least start building it. I should probably build some more industry producers first. This, at least. And is it maybe worth just buying that out now? No, we're only 4 turns off of researching this. Yeah, you know what? We can just finish super light content naturally. Let's get some stuff done over here. There are some narrow angles we are not yet probing. Just really would like to find a system out here that we could jet to. It seems strange to me that we're so close to the center, which is usually a fairly dense area. I guess we're not really that close. God, the Horatio Empire is huge. Alright. So Oyera is possibly ours next turn. We lost very little in the attack there. But we are going to have to drive off some of these ships. We can't let them build up too much. I think we still turtle. They're going to try to play this at medium range, probably. So we'll be in optimal weapons range pretty quickly. I actually do want to watch this battle, though. Never mind. There will be no battle. Only fleeing. Latest political survey has the militarists nipping at our heels. We may end up with militarists in the Senate. And that's a shame because we will probably what we will lose is industrialist, which means we will lose the new colony rule. I'm not too worried about Dust Windfall, but this would be a shame to lose. Alright, so once we've taken Oyera, we try to negotiate peace, because I don't actually want to be at war with the Lumeris and the others. Yeah, and unfortunately, Estra is just not a good place for us to have a lot of our increasers. I think it was right to build them there when we built them there, but we'll be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. So let's resolve the ground battle on Oyera and then try to get out of this war. I think even conscription here might not be enough to stop us. No, it was. They have 0 manpower left, so apparently we're going to have to do one more turn of that. Oh, I didn't want to watch that. Well, what a shame. The good news is the game's on my SSD, so... Okay, we don't need to see that. Now this, I have a hard time understanding why he would do this. He's probably going to retreat here, right? Initiate the battle and then just flee? Nope, he actually fought us. And here we have battleship and corvette. They haven't actually done any damage to me yet. How close are you to leveling? And we're getting XP pretty rapidly here. Alright, so apparently we got to stay in this war one more turn. I don't think it should be a problem. I guess just stay put for a turn. There's no reason not to fire the probes, but it's hard for me to imagine I'm going to be able to find a new angle on anything. Let's see if there's anything beyond Hath. No, there's no star lane there. Well, there still could be a disconnected node over there. Maybe. Get all the basic science stuff out of the way. Yep, not really a lot to do but to wait for this ground battle to finish. And over here at Orion, we are not actually totally full on approval, so we... Actually, I probably should just build the infinite supermarket, and then... Yeah, intergalactic supermarket's pretty good here. This is a place where there's a lot of people. Oh, we should have Mining. That's way more important. Get all that antimatter. Alright. Let's resolve this nonsense. They can no longer conscript. Oyera is actually mine now. Right, yeah, there was not a point of population gained between the turns.
Horatio Doubt.
Okay, now let's see if we can get out of this war. Because we could keep pushing, but it's going to take a little while. We gotta let our the manpower in our ships refill, and then we can go over to Trime, but the battle is not going to be any better than it was at Oyera, so... They're bringing in some more ships. Some better ships. They're working on their tech. They're figuring us out. This seems like the time to call it. We have pushed our luck as far as I am comfortable pushing it.
You test my patience contacting the Empire.
See if we can get a truce out of them. Really, with the war momentum this much in my favor. These two are both showing as distressed.
We're kind of busy.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Listen, if you had some, I don't know, space potatoes maybe? I would take those off your hands. Focus plasma's a pretty low tier tech. Okay, I thought maybe we might be able to get that from them. Save ourselves a turn, but that's fine. We'll just go get it ourselves. Our science output's starting to get pretty good, actually. All your potatoes. I was hoping that shift-clicking that was going to make it put all of them on the table. Wow, really? Okay, they got strong feelings about those potatoes. You know what? This is fine. I'll just do this. Alright, let's swap everything to the spin project. How do you not have cerebral... Oh, you know what? We probably destroyed... I bet they did have cerebral reality and we blew it up. There is no population here, which does suck. Oh, we have level 3 modernization available. We should definitely make that happen on this system. Right, I really didn't want a bunch of Lumeris ships showing up over here. Or not Lumeris, but Sophan ships showing up over the over Vale. So I think it was wise to get out of the war there. This is going to hurt a little bit. The fact that we have a system that is now within their influence bubble means that they're going to be putting a fair amount of diplomatic pressure on us. Hopefully we can push them back a little bit. Alright, I suppose on Pegasus we should... get everything spin projected up. We should probably also move these people over to here. Temperate planets are better for us, so... In fact... Do I really want... I don't really need anybody over here. Let's move that nearest back here. And grab all of these guys. Okay, we can have one nearest on the planet. I just need to make sure... Or not nearest, but remnant. I just need to make sure that we were... as many of our normal population on the temperate world as possible. And in fact, there we go. Okay. Influence output is getting pretty great. Where are we at on being able to rush this? Okay, we're going to save influence for another turn and just get that done. And then we can talk about pursuing technology again. Did I queue up the large ships? Okay, I did. I think that's the thing we definitely want to do. Plus, once we have large ships, we can make 2 designs of large ship, one that just burns down garrisons, and another one for actual combat, and we can use the actual combat one for in case anybody decides to get brave on us. So let's see. You don't really have a lot of... This guy is a political leader. He's not in the Senate right now, but I think these skills still apply if you're the leader of a party, even if your party's not currently part of the Senate. So a reduction in treaty costs is, you know, it's something. It's not terrible. We probably need to pick up this very bad planet. to Narc University going, so that'll be a bunch of extra influence there. Remember when we got the Citizens Entrepreneurium? It was quite a long time ago, but I think we are finally in a spot where it makes sense to build one of these. Yeah, and we're still pumping out citizens almost as fast as is possible. We probably don't need to worry about increasing food output too much. The system is coming along. It's just taking a while, because by turns, take a while. Alright, yeah, more pirates coming in from Rookbat. Man, these are all the same pirate organization, huh? They're all sharing orders and information. Yeah, they're starting to bring a lot of battleships around. I think we bailed on this war at the right moment. So are we seeing... Yeah, we are seeing a big influence penalty from that. That is a shame. Well, Dill's building pretty quickly. It's going to push out... I mean, Estra's influence bubble is also still growing pretty rapidly. It has completely subsumed Beerus now, so hopefully that'll get out here quickly. I don't know. We might just be in kind of an awkward place. I hate the fact that they were willing to join that alliance. I hate the fact that the Lumeris and the Sophons were willing to join an alliance with Yellow. Probably they're all scared of me, is what's happening. They have decided they have a common enemy. Oh, hey, look! Food ships! Remember when we were trying to settle this system? Oh, hey! The probes found something. Medium gas temperate, small snow, medium arctic, all of them with positive anomalies. Well, that makes it time for one of these. I see no reason to stop expanding, ever. Okay, I think we're good to move on to the next turn. So let's get an eye on how is the influence battle going over here. All right, it's growing. Not growing as quickly as I would like, but we can keep pushing on it. Okay, we have leveled up 2 systems, and all of our nearest are producing 2 extra industry, which is only like 20 industry split over the entire empire, but it'll have to do. I don't suppose I can complain too much. Okay, so we need to do one of these. And like over to here. And actually we can go back to Sing and see what's up with that curiosity. There are guardians and stuff all up in the Pink Empire. I suppose we could start searching for them now. I don't want the guardians to be revealed if we make peace, right? But if he declares war on me, I do want the guardians to be available immediately. So it's kind of tricky to know whether it's right to explore them or not. I think they don't have any effect until they're revealed, I'm pretty sure. We definitely need food here. Like a lot of it. Honestly, this is probably a good system for intensive cultivation. Still needs growth. Being on the border and everything like this. Although, hopefully it won't be on the border for too long. Like, that's a place where there's enough population space that we will actually get an advantage out of a big food boost over a long period of time. And a lot of systems where you have trouble initially producing food don't really benefit that much from stuff like that because of the fact that they have a small population cap and you end up filling it up before you get many turns of the boost anyway. Alright, we should have plenty of food here, right? We're only at plus 81. You know, crop seeding. Crop seeding might be a good play on this one. Let's try to get our systems actually filled up. Same here, right? We've already developed quite a bit of food. Although, intensive cultivation logistics makes a lot more sense here because of all the luxury deposits. Alright, over here... Yeah, over here we still clearly need some food. Okay. And we've got Edenization now. We're up to 2.1k influence per turn. Oh, hey, an election. Right. Pacifist Party probably wins. That's good. I think we're going to back Industrialists for the same reason that we did last time. And again, we're going to hope up we get pacifists leading ecologists and industrialists. The militarists might make it into the party here. We did a lot of militarist boosting stuff recently, but we do have that population trait that should minimize militarist support. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Oh, we might have lost the industrialists there. Yep, we totally did. Oh well. So there goes the new colony rule. I guess this isn't a terrible time for that to happen, because we're not settling as much as we used to be. Yeah, we are definitely not going to win that quest. So, right thing rule. I like this. We could pull Make Love Not War. My precious is... You know, we are shorter on luxuries than I would like. Maybe this is worth putting up? Hold on. Let's force peace on some people. Like you.
Let us see if we can trust your words.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to bother to try and negotiate an actual deal.
Your contact with us brings more worry.
I guess we should check. Let's see if he will just give us peace for the cheaper price. Oh, he totally will. Okay. Alright, so at this point, Make Love Not War is just plus 20 approval. At a pretty low cost. Our approval levels are not bad. It would push some systems up from happy into ecstatic. And every place is currently benefiting from some new colony rule, right? Because we just took Oyera pretty recently. Yeah, so we have to expect in 2 turns everybody's going to lose 25 approval. I think we probably want this. When we are no longer in Cold War with the big alliance, there's going to be a lot of extra approval.
I will consider this.
You know, once we have lores in our influence bubble, I wonder if it will be the case that we can get that like infinite reinforcement thing going. Let's head down here and try. We might be able to knock this out without having to have a special ship for it. Let's see, he's on a system that already has a fair number of people. Yeah. He should be gaining XP relatively quickly. The higher the industry cost of the thing you complete, the more XP the hero governing the system gets when it completes. So we should be able to generate him a lot of XP fairly quickly. Okay, I think we don't need to make any other moves. We should probably... I don't wait for you to generate a probe. We should probably be checking the marketplace every now and then for Transvine, because there was somebody selling it. Let's see, I don't think we're in a huge hurry to build anything else here, so we can just kind of let this finish. I probably want to rush liquid composites so we have access to those big ships as quickly as possible. Yeah, so we're not really in a hurry here. AI labor is going to be fine. Honestly, you know what we might do next is check out these moons. See what's up with those. Okay, so you're just waiting to generate a probe. We could probably give Ova a little push, I guess. Pirate mark has worn off, which is a little bit of a shame, because that means that we are now going to get pirates just running around in all directions in our systems. Yep, just blockading stuff at random and being really annoying. Okay, that ended, which could be dangerous. No, it looks like it wasn't. Oh yeah, that's right. It just exactly counteracts the law we just passed. But we have all of our industry back now. We have got to resolve this. So it kind of looks like Oyera is not actually... it's very slowly generating population. We should just send some people over there. The thing is, most of our systems aren't actually population capped, and I want them to keep growing. We could send some people from Orion. It's going to take them forever to get there. What kind of planets do we have over here in Oyera? Okay, there's some temperates. Yeah, we could just send core population unit. So let's send ones that are on non-temperate planets, though. It'd take them a while to arrive, but at least we do have some speed boosts to our civilian ships. So yeah, they have 900 manpower worth of defenses against our 600 manpower worth of offense. But the moment that our influence threshold crosses the center of the system, I'm going to drop on them, and we're going to see exactly how this weird system works. So life form, subterranean life form. No guardians, unfortunately. Which is not the right planet types. Got some red sang and some meteor strikes. Well, you know, there's some upside to that. It's not totally a bummer. Okay, that's good to know. He probably doesn't have the mining tech for that, so we're probably not costing ourselves anything or giving him any help by revealing it. Let's head down here. We need to get a better vision of this area. I wonder how it is that Horatio has ISO when all of this other stuff is yellow. Was there a war? Was this once yellow? Alright, where else are we at? Okay, it looks like we've got all stuff building everywhere. We still have to make some big moves, approval-wise. How long is this truce? 6 more turns? Okay, so in 6 turns we're going to gain a lot of approval. Hopefully enough. So it seems like the religious law that sets your approval level at happy, or content or happy, depending on your government type, might actually be worth using, might actually be worth forcing early if you're running a government that isn't going to contain pacifists. It seems to be the pacifist party that's really keeping us from going crazy here. Oh hey, adamantium. Not bad. So we probably want to put down here because of the hadopelagic life. Yeah, no base industry, unfortunately. Very little industry in total. Just not one of those systems. But food is good. Food is probably more important than industry, because we can get the outpost established more quickly with the food, and then we can just buy things. Still no. Gonna put us right back at war with all those people we just negotiated peace with. Population growth is coming apace pretty quickly here. 334 influence already. We're about to gain a little bit more. I do wish that we could build the that big once per empire. I can't remember what it's called now. The one that has the icon that looks like a square on the Hollywood Walk of star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You know. Oh hey, we could just buy this. That's a system. The thing is, it's a garbage system. It's a terrible garbage thing. So probably what we should do is buy this as the last system we ever inhabit. There's no danger of anybody else taking it. I don't know that other players can even see it, actually, because it's related to our quest and everything. So we'll grab that right at the end. And here we'll just slowly whittle them down until our influence line crosses their base. Influence bubbles are starting to have some friction. How does that look? Border friction is in my favor. Okay. Alright, we're working on it. We're probably making some pretty good progress with the Sophons, right?
Yeah?
Although I don't think...
Why
Yeah,
are
we
you
can't.
knocking
We
around?
can't attempt negotiations until we're out of the truce anyway. But I like this a lot better. We're getting out into other people's territory and finding valuable disconnected systems earlier this game, which is a big help. I mean, a lot of what went wrong last game, honestly, was just the... what do you call it? The Cravers penning us in. So what else do we want here? We are going to lose a bunch of approval in the near future, so I should probably run one of these out just to make sure that we aren't going to drop below ecstatic. That event is going to end soon. Right? No, that event already ended. We're actually already at the low approval point here. So, in fact, this is not meaningful. This is not the place where this would be most valuable. And it is made out of a limited resource, so maybe we just want to chill on that. I probably don't want to build any ships here, though. Like, this system might end up in converting into resources mode. Well, I do want to build a big data shipyard. If I ever build a ship here, I want it to be a good ship. You know, there's no sense in going into making resources mode, though, while there's still stuff that might eventually have a benefit to build. We are not so hard up for dust that that is actually necessary. I should not have closed that. I was not done assigning assigning industry. Let's see. I probably want people on Era 3 first. This is where the deserted cities are. Intensive cultivation logistics is actually awesome here, with 6 luxury deposits. Let's buy this out and this. I guess we should pick up one more thing from this tier because we are already almost done with it. N-dimensional industry. I don't know. I don't think these are great. Oh, Body Language Institute. Duh. Of course that's the one. That was not even really something I should have had to think about. Okay, so once we have that done, do we also want to get crop seeding, or... I probably want to start work on predictive logistics. But do I want to start work, or do I want to just buy it now? No, I should probably save influence for perfect negotiations, actually. Alright, so you're good. This is... Oh yeah, I'm at peace. Yeah, we may as well upgrade this ship. Give it the new fancy probes. You know what? I'm just gonna head over here. Alright, who else needs orders? Pavo's coming along. It's taken a little bit too long, probably. We now have the ability to build in other places. We should probably move AI labor to the bottom here. Okay. Nope, I missed one somewhere. Estra. This is not a bad place to build this. And then we need to pick up more colonization space. And we have another level 3 system development available. We should probably be pushing on people's borders with that stuff too. Actually, do I want to do that in Oyera instead? Because it would be helpful if we could push this border off. And these are both valuable, though. Where are we at on potatoes? Okay, we're quite a few turns off of being able to do another one. It's not that bad. We'll be okay. We can buy some potatoes. I'll wait. We should be okay. So yeah, once we have the Body Language Institute, hopefully we'll be able to, like, really make some progress against the Sophons up here. I'm not sure why this is a Sophon system. It's been like this since we could see it, I think. I guess they must have just gotten down here quickly. Yeah, just a scout ship managed to get lucky and find a system nobody else had yet, early enough that they could get something over to it. Plus 30% influence on Pegasus. Pegasus is in a place where I don't really care about that much. How's our level of approval over there? It is pretty high currently. Do I really want to increase militarist political ideology? Oh, and there's an 80% chance of creating a major political crisis. That's probably not something we should do. Let's side with the pacifists, as I often am inclined to do. In this game, if not necessarily in real life. Okay, it looks like I'm going to give this one more turn, and then we're going to drop. We'll see if we do indeed get infinite reinforcements from our influence bubble. I think that's where that's coming from. I can't imagine what else it would be. Yeah, I guess it makes more sense for you to be over here. I don't think it really matters. And then approval. Because it turns out we still need some. Our approval is eventually going to be in a really good place. It's going to be a minute is all. Yeah, we could probably afford to rush that so that we're not wasting food. And then, unfortunately, there's not much of value to build here. So we should try to force the approval level up. It's going to take 1,000,000 years. Yeah, OVA is just kind of a permanent garbage system. Sometimes we get those, you know? And then down here on Beerius, things are going alright, I suppose. People are pretty happy. We can probably keep them that way. I don't think we need to build another influence structure right now. Yeah, it's a shame that our source of crazy influence growth has to be in the corner, but it's still actually kind of working. So where are we at now? 14? 15. So we're going to cross the halfway point pretty soon here. Oh yeah, we're discovering solar nebulas. You know, we are continuing to explore. Rayarian Seus is the greatest. The absolute greatest commander. Plus 40% maximum manpower stock on ships is actually, like, really great. Just really pack them in there. Yeah, he's going to be great at invasions. It is a shame that these, the UE seem to have figured out a good way to make me not want to do war with them anymore. I wonder if there's a way that we could, I think that's across. I wonder if there's a good way that we could convince his alliance mates to separate from him. Honestly, we're not seeing the crazy reserve troop numbers. Well, I don't think these guys are going to refill their manpower very quickly. So even if this didn't work out, we could just fall back to lair and refill and then come back. Okay, so you are probably pretty okay on food growth. This planet's going to fill quickly enough. Just industry then, right? We can't afford to build... Oh no, we have this available. Still probably industry first. Can rush this tech. And here... Dust and like basic science. Oh. National Museum first, then dust and basic science stuff. And you get the first Body Language Institute. Probably the next thing we want to rush with influence, actually. Should be able to do that in 2 turns. We have an extra... Oh, we have 2 extra law slots. Okay. Another benefit of the democracy is that you just get a ton of law slots. And we actually have the influence output to make use of them. Let's do that. Get extra luxuries so that we can finish upgrading our systems a little bit more quickly. And then, I'm thinking maybe brains over bucks? Because there's not a huge amount of tech that we still need. But we really don't need influence income, right? So we could grab, like, nano aquaculture because that increases Edenization to bio-enhancement facility, which is great. And then, yeah, if we're going to do something like that, brains over bucks makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of influence we will save on that. Oh, also, apparently I never even bothered to get Edenization. So let's solve this. After that, I'm sure we're going to need to colonize here. Okay. We're in a good spot. We're headed in a good direction. So let's see if we can... See if we can finish off this pirate base to end the episode. Oh, we hit a population bonus. A collection bonus with somebody. Okay, we got to 10 nearest. What is that? That's plus ecologist from nearest? From nearestes? Neareses? Nearii. I don't know. And the Federated Procurement Office, as always. And we're being attacked by pirates at... Oh no, sorry. We are attacking pirates. I knew that. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's the crazy manpower bonus. Okay. Oh, hey, that's actually a pretty good pull. 25 antimatter. Alright, it turns out maybe we won't need large ships to do this after all. We're not getting terribly close to having an influence bubble on them, though. I guess we gotta finish flying before we can change our trajectory. I just realized that I didn't wait for these guys to refill on manpower. Oh, never mind, they're fine.
I trust you no more than I would trust a...
Turns out they probably refilled from the infinite manpower reinforcements. So do I want to grab these systems right now? Dust Nebula, life form. Okay, there's some kind of strategic resource there. The thing is, I'm not really worried about another player taking this, and if they did, we could just buy it off of them pretty quickly anyway. Okay, we've almost pushed their influence bubble off of Oyera, which is going to solve our diplomatic pressure problem. Yeah, I'm not too worried about lures. Let's not grab it right now because it's not like crucial, or I might argue even very important. Let's just see what else is in this direction. And it's probably going to be the same thing for Hamal. We'll just let these sit untaken in our territory, and we'll grab them toward the end when we need them. But for right now, they're not worth the influence hit that they would cause. Or the approval hit, rather, that they would cause. Okay, just barely not enough to finish it off this turn. Alright, we will do one more turn so that we can rush that thing on Vale before I forget, because I totally will. But it looks like we're expanding really quickly. Our population's growing really quickly. We have our planets now in positions where mostly they can actually successfully build things. And once we have this, we probably are going to want to focus a lot of our influence on tech, obviously, but also buying planets. Alright, we found the UE homeworld.
The Empire will not tolerate.
Blockade. Oh, he's talking about my ships being in guard mode around my system. Absolutely not. So I think we do want to go to peace with these guys.
Why are you knocking around?
Let's see if they'll let us do it the cheap way. We might be able to get it with the
These
Lumeris.
are diplomatic channels, not social media.
We'll just force it. That's fine. Okay, so that should send our approval through the roof. Well, near the roof anyway.
You enjoy stepping desperate acts for desperate times.
That's true. I do not think it is a good idea for you to fight this. I think that would end poorly for you. In fact, I cannot advise fighting me at all. I think you should just enjoy. Just enjoy all of our beautiful culture. Our pop music and our blue jeans, etc. Moonbase Alpha's fine. Actually, we don't even have the most basic science stuff here, so that's probably what we should get next. This system is going to be a total powerhouse, great at everything. Nice to have it all the way out there. So, okay, we have enough resources for another level 3 system upgrade. It probably needs to be here. And Orion might be done building stuff? No, we should go ahead and do this. We're still producing a fair amount of influence here, even though the influence bubble itself doesn't matter. Over here, we probably want to get ourselves an eco-habitat. God, yeah, we are really, really growing quickly in a lot of places in a lot of ways. Estra should definitely get a body language institute. Really glad about all this antimatter we've been stockpiling. And Dill doesn't need an antimatter institute. It does need desert settling tech pretty soon. I can't imagine that would be terribly hard for me to get. Yeah, it's a single turn of research. Alright, 2 turns, I guess. We can substitute that in, because I definitely want to get that online quickly. Okay. I think we're in a really good position. We are up a bunch of territory from where we were a couple of episodes ago. Vale is great. Shaddai should be great. Hopefully we can find something else over here that is interesting to us. What do you think? Let's send probes this way and this way. And then we'll have our ship go that way once it has movement points again. And down here... I'm not really sure what else I want to do with you. This is technically all unexplored space. You can never tell where a disconnected node might be hiding. Okay, yeah. I think we're in a really good spot. We have a couple of systems available to us that we can just grab at any time, which means we're currently showing 15 of 10. This is 16. We're pushing on FOD pretty quickly. We also have, that's 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're actually really not that far off. It's going to take some aggression, probably. We might end up at war with that big alliance. We might go to war with Horatio. Actually, going to war with Horatio is probably going to be the fastest way to get us moving forward. We take Isso and we use that and Dill and Oyera combined to put pressure on all of this stuff. Estra will actually be able to put pressure on Tikal. Yeah, we just carve our way through Horatio's empire. Nobody will care because nobody likes Horatio, because that's just kind of the way the politics always work. So, that, I think, is the medium-term plan. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for that thing. Probably we're going to turn on Horatio immediately, and it'll be hilarious. And we'll see you then.